What's going on, everybody? Oh, I gotta turn the dehumidifier off. Fans are on. Going to pull up the live chat, but welcome in the meantime. Let's see when. Oh, there we go. Cool. We got the live chat up as well. So we'll at least be able to see that. We got a big list today. I've already got everything kind of out of boxes and stuff just to skip the boring stuff. My voice is seemingly going, but we did. I pulled a bunch of returns. Here's all of the returns that had been waiting to be restocked, and then we've got quite a lot of tools. And this week I went ahead and wrote everything down ahead of time, and then I'll come back and cross anything out that gets either damaged in disassembly or anything that I find out was damaged when I received it. If you're new to the streams, I go live pretty much every Wednesday. Oh, heyo. I got my live stream up here and it just kicked in. If you're new to the streams, we are try and go live every Wednesday, disassembling Multitools for my shop at multipartsstore.com. And since I got to sit here in silence for an hour, I figured I'd start streaming it and posting the results later in the week. And that's why we're here. I've got an assortment. Maybe you can see those. Maybe not. I've got some, free P4s, Wingman sidekicks, a couple of arcs, some waves, a couple black oxide dealios. And so these are what we're gonna try and take apart today. Usually stream about an hour before I get exhausted and have to take a break. So we'll see how far we get in that hour. I probably can do, I don't know, I probably do most of this. The Swiss Army knives always are kind of a pain, but it's just a little mini champ today. No Swiss champ today. I don't think the price fluctuates so much on the Swiss champs that they're hard to get sometimes. Cheap enough that I can turn a profit on them. I started carrying the Swiss champs because I wanted to start doing some customizations. Been watching Cody over at Fit to Survive, and I've done, I think, 2 or 3 custom sacks so far. They're kind of fun. They're challenging builds usually and interesting builds, but the parts aren't the best sellers. Or certain parts are great sellers and certain parts don't sell at all. So I get stuck with a lot of extras. All right, these are MP600 Pro Scouts. So they got the needle nose pliers, and kind of the big draw is that Remgrit saw. They're still marked Remgrit on the packaging, but they don't say it on the saw blade anymore. In fact, the packaging shows it in bright yellow. Remgrit, which is this kind of gritty saw material. Never used one, actually, but alas, here we are. So I like to take the pliers out so everything kind of hangs freely, and then just use one of our wrenches to take this bad boy apart. I need to get a pro wrench made in the Gerber size. I think I showed those last week on the live. I don't know if that video, or 2 weeks ago on the live. But need to get those out of prototyping and into production. If only there was enough time in the day. Backside's popping out on me. Grab a wrench. Sorry, pardon my reach. And we'll just grip that. You don't usually need 2 wrenches for these Gerber tools, but we ship them with 2 just in case. You run into a situation like this, it's easier to just put a wrench on it than to get it back into the keyed frame. So there is that. Punch handy. My punches are starting to bend too. Not this one. This is 3/16, I think. My thinner punches. Use brass on everything just so that I don't damage any parts as we're taking them apart. I got my little tabbed spacer doodad. Almost looks like the live stream's got a different field of view than shows on the display. All right, there's 1/2 of one. We're rocking and rolling. I need to figure out how to get the live stream up with the chat up. Chat's up, by the way, if you guys have any questions. But I'm watching the Olympics all week and want to get that live stream up while I'm dismantling, but I only got the one device to watch chat, and so I can't do the can't stream the Olympics right now. There's also a couple of fans going because this room is super humid all the time. If that bugs you, just let me know. We'll see what we can do about it. Hasn't been an issue so far. Oh yeah, you can see this bad boy is caked in Loctite. And they do that sometimes to drive me nuts. Now, sorry, pardon my head if it got in frame there. First thing I would normally do is try and center that up. I've got me a little thwacker. And just a little percussive adjustment. Looks like I got it. Yep. Once you get started, it's usually fine. Sometimes I'll use this is a spring-loaded center punch, and I can fit that right down in the pivot, and it'll give it a pop and keep all that force right on the pivot. But I don't like to do that just in case it catches the threads on the inside and does it any damage. Try to avoid that. There we go. Saw. I'm just pulling these tabbed spacers and putting them in my tab spacer bin. All right, number 2, moving right along. Tools aren't hard to take apart, these Gerbers, but I try and be careful around the lock bar because they're plastic, and if I catch it with the edge of the wrench, I can ding it up a touch. So try and be gentle here. And then when you're up high enough, you can just, usually just spin it. And the frame on the backside is keyed out. I can show you here. So that frame on the backside is keyed out to match the pivot heads, so the backside doesn't spin while you're working. Usually, as long as it doesn't slip out too far. All right, rock and roll. Make sure we get that guy there where he belongs. And there we go. Easy peasy. If you ordered from us last week, I just want to thank you guys for your patience. I was out of town with some family. We We do that every year in the summer. And happened to last week, and I was gone for 9 days. Got some rest in finally. But unfortunately, that meant I couldn't send orders out last week, and I tried to make sure everyone was aware of that. But I know messages can get missed and stuff, so I appreciate y'all's patience. And we're back to our regularly scheduled shipping. I had a question this morning about shipping. We ship typically Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Because I have other responsibilities. I can't ship every day. But we ship Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And when we do, if you order in between, it'll ship on the next fulfillment day. The time of day varies. So if you place it in the afternoon, there's a chance it'll get pushed on Monday. It's a chance it wouldn't get fulfilled till Wednesday. Someday we'll ship every day, but ain't nobody got time for that. All right, I'm gonna bag up these screws, get this out of the way, and we'll move on to, what should we take apart next? I don't know. We've got waves, arcs, freeze, wingman and sidekicks, all shorts. These are the standard frame, and I don't have any more room, so those are going into overflow. We'll just bag up these plier heads. There's a lot of extra moving parts here. There's the spring, the pusher on both sides, plus the plier heads. And then we also include the circlips sort of things that lock the plier head into the frame. So those will get bagged together, because we also have them here. I don't know if I have any in stock. Oh yeah, we've got the blunt nose as well, which come with the replaceable jaws, or the replaceable cutters, I should say. So, rock and roll. Let's go ahead and do, I don't know if it's just tradition or what, but I tend to do the older models first. I like taking those apart first. I have to switch my screwdriver heads as often if I do that. Alrighty. Easy peasy. Let's break out the good old Bessie. Let's see. I don't know how that looks on camera. We're going to take a peek-see. Yeah, it looks fine, right? Yeah, it looks fine. If it bugs you, let me know in the chat. We've got, let's see. Swap out driver bits. These are 8. We are working on getting driver bits for you guys. I want to put together a set, but for right now, let's see. Keyed washers here. For right now, it's I can't get a hold of anyone. I only, well, not only, but I strongly prefer the bits from Vera, which is it's a German company. They make their bits in the Czech Republic, I think. And they are the best fitting, most reliable, longest lasting bits that I have tried, I think. I mean, I feel that. That's my opinion. So I'd love to carry them in the shop. If you know anyone who's got the hookup at Vera, hit me up, because I really want to get them. We had, little inside baseball, we had a potential other supplier. We still might go that route. They're good bits. The only problem was that they didn't have all of the bits in 1/4 inch drive. And if I was going to put together a set of bits for you guys, I did not want to split it up between 1/4 inch drive and 4mm. I want them all to be either 1/4 inch drive. I would do all 4mm potentially, but I just feel like most of the tools that people want to use for taking these apart, I see a lot of like 90-degree ratchets and stuff. Oh, we got a slipper. I'll come down here real quick. Most of those guys are, a lot of people are using those 1/4 inch drive, like right angle drivers or ratchets. People seem to like those, and I clearly am using 1/4 inch drive tools, so I didn't want to go with 1/8 inch drive if I could avoid it, or 4mm, excuse me. And I certainly didn't want to do a little of each. I'm gonna go ahead and kick on the soldering iron because I've got a bad feeling about this screw. You saw it slip there once. I think it was this pivot here. So rather than wait and see, we're just gonna get that soldering iron going and try and salvage this frame. I had no shortage of frames. I'm not gonna worry about it if I gotta toss it, but in fact I probably got extra pivot screws. But we're gonna flip it this way. I know when I flip it this way in this orientation with the long tools kind of up, that this is gonna be the screw and this is gonna be the post. So when that soldering iron gets up, I'm gonna put some heat here on this screw head, hopefully break a little bit of that Loctite, and that'll get us to be able to pop this free. Also let's do a quick inspection of my driver bits. As I said, they last a long time, but they don't last forever. There's nothing particularly off about it, so I'm gonna trust it. We're gonna give that just a second to heat up, and then we'll hopefully break it free. Trying to stay hydrated. All right, got just a soldering iron here, no tip on it. Honestly, I lost the screw for the tip and then decided I liked it without the tip. So I'm just going to apply some heat direct to that. Oops, I'm burning some tape. Let's move this up gently. Okay, now we're cooking. And you could use a lighter if you really needed to apply some heat at home. But because I do this fairly often, I've just got a little benchtop unit. I can regulate the temperature and apply heat directly. In worst case, I damage the screw, but it doesn't get that hot, so it's not like it's tempering the screw or anything. Just getting it warm enough. I see I can feel it through the other side. So it should... Oh, it slipped again. There we go. There we go. And it's not slipping once it's not under severe tension. So I'm guessing it's just a lot of Loctite on this bad boy. Yeah, well, a good amount at least. You don't have to get them that hot. So make sure to turn the soldering iron off. And struggle to find my punch. bada bing. And bada boom. Again, welcome if you guys are just joining me. We do these live streams, try and do them every Wednesday. Just dismantling tools for our shop at multipartstore.com. And a lot of these live streams will go up on the channel later. In addition to the live streams, we do post multi-tool EDC content, stuff like that. Mostly just for fun. Always wanted to have a YouTube channel. All right, popping out. Shloop. Oh, come on now. You're fighting me. He's fighting me. I'm gonna grab a spudger. I just literally don't have the dexterity to grab it. And there she goes. And I just heard her hit the ground. All right. Back in a flash. Oh, that was the easiest search and find. The easiest I spy, if you will, that I've had lately. Usually I drop it and it disappears forever. And then I gotta take it out of inventory or tweak or find a replacement in my stash. But this time we found it. I just push that punch through, and then I'm able to drop out each of the pieces. Everything goes in the stack except the keyed washers, which never really work very well in my opinion. Gerber's tabbed spacers are much superior in my opinion. Another trick from having done this 1,000 times, if you orient the tools so the tools are visible, see they would flip up towards the camera here, then the screw on the right spins and the screw on the left is supposed to stay still. Can't I dropped the same part again. Let's see, can we go 2 for 2? I don't know, guys. I might have disappeared into the void. I need to clean up around here. Ah, crud. Let's see. I'm sure we have wave pivots. Oh yeah, we got spares. We got spares for days. The perks of running this stupid shop. Oh yeah, that's in fine shape. All right, cool. So we'll find that other one 10 years down the line, I'm sure. Let's pop this bad boy out. Oh, and oh goodness gracious, what is wrong with me? I'm doing it all on live too. Such a fool. There we go. I think I got it. Let's make sure that's the right. Does that one fit? Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, we're not a failure. We're not a failure. We're doing just fine. Everything's grand. Everything's fine. Okay, two more. And we got 2 waves into inventory. And no lost, well, no irreplaceably lost parts, I should say. Boom. Bam. Come on now. Sometimes they just stick. So push out the back. And whoops, drop those out together. I don't know if you can see any of that, but there's that frame. Ooh. These might have been in store. Oh no, that's oil. Is that oil? That's oil. That'll wipe off. Every once in a while, I mean, stuff happens. Sometimes things have just been sitting in the box so long that you get them out and they've already started to corrode. But the stainless steel Leathermans are pretty good about that. The black oxide stuff will lighten up over time sometimes. The bits, I think in particular, can tarnish. But the tarnish I've seen on the bits just wipes right off. It just kind of gets like a white, I don't know if it's the oil that they put them in evaporating over a long time. I mean, some of them have been sitting in storage for me for quite some time. So, all right, that is dose done. So we will bag up our hardware. Son of a gun, don't lose any parts. We're gonna bag up the hardware. We're not gonna lose any parts. We're gonna grab, interesting, what am I doing here? All right, I'm trying to keep these straight, but I'll probably have to double check. So I got the 2 bags with the lanyard rings, and that should be 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Make sure those get inside the door. And somebody asked the other day about whether we can sell just the hardware and not the frame, or they needed just the pivot, I think, or it might have been. And while that would be great, we honestly, it's difficult to keep track of custom orders like that. So I told him, you know, just buy it, and I appreciated it. He was trying to save me from shipping out extra parts, but we send it all together. And I think that's one of the things that makes our store unique. When I was setting it up, is I saw a lot of places they were selling every single little individual piece separately, and I didn't like that. For instance, like they'd sell the pivot screw for the free, and it would be the pivot and the post, and it'd be like $6. And even if it was $2, it was $2 plus shipping. You know, it was, I felt kind of very pricey for such a small part. And it made it so difficult to try and repair stuff or customize stuff. Now, with us, you might get some extra parts. But for, you know, I don't remember the prices offhand, but for $6, $8, $10, free shipping, you're getting both sets of pivots for a frame. You're getting, you know, the frame itself, locking hardware. You're getting all of it. And hopefully that provides some value to you guys. It's not worth, you know, we do free shipping, so we'd be charging $6 for the pivots. And then if you bought, you know, more of it, we'd have to figure out how to adjust your shipping costs or give you an adjustment that offsets shipping. So we're trying to make it work. You may get a better deal with certain sellers because you're paying for shipping. but I don't think that's always the case. And it's especially not the case when you just need a single part for repair in a lot of instances. That was my thought process behind it, at least. Your mileage may vary. Oh my gosh. Are you watching this? I am failing. I got too many plier heads for weight. This will probably go down in price soon by the time you... If you're not watching it live, by the time you see this, the price will be dropping on these. Yeah, I got one too many. One more than fits comfortably. All right. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's get our iPad charging because that needs to go. Halfway through the stream here, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you're new to the stream, we're just taking apart multi-tools as we do every week. And live streaming it because we can. So sticking with the T10 Torx bit, we're going to take apart these sidekick and wingman we got this week. Oh, we got a wave black oxide over there too we got to take apart. Let's get these freeze out of the way. The lights in this room are on a sensor, and that sensor cannot see me, so most of it's provided by this overhead bench light, but if you see the lights kind of change every once in a while, that's why. At least they use blue Loctite on these, but my goodness, are they stiff sometimes. Just using the pocket clip as the wrench to hold that in place because it's keyed. It's a 1/4 inch. Not 100% sure. Well, so we can check that. Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch. So I suppose if you're clever, oh yeah, you can. No way. I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Things to consider. I've always done it with the pocket clip. So in this case, I didn't know you. Oh, I never thought of that. So I've always just held the pocket clip on. I'm learning in real time here. And then use that as the wrench to hold that in place. But I suppose... Oh, what's going on now? I know what's going on. I've never known that either. How do I do this? I'm losing my mind. Well, here. We're just going to do this way. Should put this up here. This has never occurred to me. I'm learning right now, guys. I've taken apart dozens of these. Probably not hundreds yet, but dozens of these. Did not know that you could do this. Let's get that 90 degrees. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Sorry for cussing. Yeah, that's, whoops. Okay. Might be short one frame here. Okay, this one's fine. They put so much Loctite on here sometimes, I swear. That driver bit slipped on that bottom screw, and I don't know. I don't like to, well, I might have a replacement for it. That might be the play. I'm getting that soldering iron going again. We'll figure it out once we get in there. See, these ones are easy. Sometimes they got so much Loctite, and then other times, absolutely none. I dropped it, but I saw it. I saw it land, so we're good. I found it instantly. All right, and then we're gonna pull this bit and try this. Oh, I love it. No, that's genius. Yep, that's how we're doing it from now on. I assume it's working. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, totally. And there's that one. All right, that soldering iron is going. It probably had a little heat from before. God, I hope I didn't screw that up. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's screwed. Oh yeah, let's see what we can do here. All right, soldering iron is coming in. I'm actually going to, whoa, stream just went wonky. I should do that. That's strange. I'm there right now. So I'm just touching, I mean, you should be careful. I'm not recommending you do this. In fact, I'd prefer you didn't. But just touching that opposite side. As soon as I start to feel heat on this side, I know that that's hot enough to loosen that Loctite. Okay. Oh my God, it's gonna be bad, guys. This might be an off-camera fix. I'm not proud of what's about to happen. But I've got these Knipex twin grips here for a reason. Holy shnikes. All right, couple of things we got to do. Oh, let's get this side off, right? Oh no, it's got a pivot in it, so let's pull any pieces that are gonna fall apart. Lovely, absolutely lovely. You guys are witnessing in real time how I deal with failure. Okay, there's that side of the frame. Let's not lose our places here. These ones are over here. These ones came off of there. This one came off of here. Got this screw. Now, a couple of things. We're gonna tap that in because that lets us, this is springing out right now, but it lets us get it away from the edge. And that's gonna get us, yeah, a better grip on that screw. Now I've got these twin grips on there as best I can. And now we're gonna see, well, we're gonna learn which tool works best. Oh my God, did you see? That was nuts. Leatherman, go easy on the Loctite. I'm telling you, you're killing me. Using red? The rest of it's all blue, so it's got to be blue. All right. I don't want to spin this because if I can, it'll damage the frame. I'm trying to save that frame. I need to grab a 1/4-inch wrench. I have one somewhere. Not here, but I have it somewhere. Oh, of course the heat's gone, so who knows? Oh my God, this is insane. But we got it. We freaking got it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that stupidity. Okay, there's the screw. Now that screw, straight in the trash. Or in this case, just drop it on the floor. All right, this stuff is all down here. Trying to keep this so I don't, I'm flustered, so I'm gonna get confused. So All right, let's check make sure our driver bit's it's a little, be careful on that one. This one I think looks good. So let's let me check. This is the frame. I think I dinged it. Let's see what we've got. This is a wingman. So if we've got an extra, there, I'll pull it out so you can see. These are my wingman frames, these sidekick frames, but I don't think I have any of faceplates. So, okay, we'll just make a note, and I'm gonna pull that just so it doesn't go out to a customer. It's the wingman frame. Oakley dokley. These Knipex, excuse me, twin grips are fire for stuff like that. It's unfortunate that they damaged the screw, but I've had to drill stuff out. I've had to deal with, especially, I don't know, I won't name brands, but certain brands cause issues. And how am I still confused? This one had the failure. Okay. Certain brands have some issues with too much Loctite, and you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, combo blade. Let's get our punch. Everything goes missing when you're in a situation like this. Okay, there's this. Pliers are done. This one's taken apart. Now we gotta pop these guys out. My voice is going, so I think the second half of the stream is just going to be ASMR. Probably not, though, because there's no way I can shut up for a full half hour. It's absurd. I'm missing, what am I missing? That guy. Oh, I know why. Blank frame from the weekend. We're missing the spacer that came with this. You guys probably watched me drop it or mix it up, to be honest, who knows. Alright, we're gonna have to check that. I'm so flustered. Oh boy, that was almost bad. That was bad. If you're looking for wingman frames this week, you might have to wait another week because I'm losing everything. I don't think that's one of them. That one goes up here. I miss. It's missing so... What the fuck? Sorry for cussing. We'll figure it out. I don't know if you can hear me. The stream looks like it froze, so... What lovely timing. You guys will never get to see my redemption arc. This one is junk. Oh, it looks like it's too cool. Weird. Okay. And then this is the one that's damaged. Oh, as soon as we get that apart, we'll chuck it. Well, we won't chuck it, but we'll get it out of... We'll get it away from inventory, I should say. They lose more and more parts. These guys are not being nice to me. And last but not least, we're almost done with the wingmans. Well, shit. All right. What did I lose? Did I lose a plate? I think I lost a plate. I definitely lost a plate. That was a sidekick. So let's pull a sidekick baggie. It's got the pocket clip, lanyard ring. Oh, it lost the big black spacer. Should have one bronze washer. Okay. Okay. Just making sure that all the parts were there. We got spares. All those spares came from me losing parts in the past. I'd lose one part, save all the rest, and then I should come back around and I'd find what I needed. That's the blank frame we're saving. That's the sidekick frame. Okay, cool. Hey, wouldn't be exciting if I didn't suck at my job. Sidekick. Blank frame. Oakley dokley. Alrighty. Let's do that black oxide wave before we change beats out. Well, you gotta be careful with these guys. You scratch them so easy. We don't want that. We do not want that. It's almost lunchtime, isn't it? Almost time for lunch. Got about 10 minutes left on the live stream. If you guys are enjoying, I appreciate you watching. If you're not enjoying, still appreciate you watching. And if you're watching it in the future, I appreciate you watching. Somebody's yelling out in the hallway. Get all this nasty crap on your hands doing the black oxide tools, especially. It's just the oil they use or something. Well, the black oxide coating combined with the oil, I believe. But they're nice tools. They'll kind of wear in real nice. From what I've seen, the older stuff looks kind of, it's. You can see the weathering as it affects it. Way more than I think the stainless tools. The stainless tools will last forever. I think everything will last forever. All of these Leatherman tools will last a long, long time. But something about the black oxide I like. I remember the days when I'd take apart 6 waves and nothing else. Now we got a little more stock. We don't have to quite as many at a time, but we have to do 15 different tools instead. And this would have been, I don't think, for the first year of running this shop, I don't think I would take it apart anywhere near this many. Did a little optimization not too long ago and started to realize just how low we could get our prices on some of it. I'm not saying everything's cheap. Please don't hear what I'm not saying. But the less desirable parts can get really quite affordable, especially since we have free shipping. I know we have parts at the store right now that are $2.99 with free shipping, and we're glad to be able to offer those. And there's stuff that runs a little higher, quite a lot higher sometimes. And that's just because of supply and demand and the way that our shop works from an economic, financial, whatever standpoint, a fiscal standpoint. If we sell 2 Magna Cut blades, we've got these 2 arcs, which we'll take apart next. If we sell the plain edge blades, the Magna Cut blades off of those, well, we can't keep restocking Magna Cut blades every time they sell, unless we sell all the rest of the tools. Unless we sell 2 can openers and 2 plier heads and 2 of everything else. So you see across any particular tool, you'll see. You can look at our store and that'll tell you pretty definitively what's in demand. And sometimes we adjust our prices for clearance and whatnot, but typically what you're going to see is the most popular parts of a tool are going to be up there. And then the cheaper stuff is going to be, or the less popular stuff, like the stinking can openers, which I can't seem to get rid of, are going to be quite a lot cheaper. So I've just got this Victorinox ratchet. I thought this was going to be great for taking these apart. Kind of a disappointment, to be honest. I think it was, I don't know how you get this anymore. But the issue is, if I take a bit here, I get it in. I can, if I were to push on the tool here, let's do this one. If I were to try and take this out and I were to push too hard, it slips. And then it just falls right out. A little bit disappointing. I've got another one I quite like. That's a very similar style, but it's reversible, and the bit doesn't slide through it, which is nice. It's from Toe Peak, which is a bicycle brand. I think you can get unbranded versions of it now for much, much cheaper, but I bought it a long time ago for work. All right, we're just gonna pop this guy apart with the pliers. And I sometimes have my opinions about how Leatherman assembles their tools. but I would like to say that the new tools, the Arc and the Free, do not have the same absurd amount of Loctite. They have some. There's some in there. But my goodness, is it a night and day difference taking apart these tools versus a Wave or a Surge. And there are other brands that use far, far too much Loctite. An unreasonable amount of Loctite. I've had pieces effectively glued to the frame because of how much Loctite some unnamed companies use. They're dumb. Whatever mechanism allows for that much Loctite to be used, they're making some mistakes there. But we don't judge. We just enjoy all of the tools we get to play with. Because what more could you ask for? On a fine Wednesday afternoon, make sure we get the right amount of parts. Nice thing about the Arcs frame pieces, so you don't have to worry about which one goes with which, as long as you get all the parts there. I've noticed today that I've watched a lot of Bob Ross over the last couple of weeks. Well, I don't think I have the mannerisms or charm of Bob Ross. When I'm talking on camera live and I don't know what to talk about, I do think about him. Maybe I should try channeling a little more Bob Ross in my life. That's probably a good idea for everyone, like all times, to be honest. If I were to make one change on the Leatherman Free for user repairability, which I recognize is not a priority necessarily, the the cutouts for the screwdrivers to fit in, the Torx geometry, just a little bit shallow for my liking. Makes it a little too easy for the driver bits to slip when there's not actually an issue. When they come, when they're clean and new and machined freshly, just a little bit annoying. I just realized I don't really need to be using that way, but whatevs. Probably get these apart. I've got some free P4s coming into stock this week. Those, if you want look at that. It's missing the pivot screw. Shit, I probably can't turn that in for warranty, can I? Lovely. Now, I didn't say anything about their quality control, but I can't believe I caught that live as I realized it. How does that even happen? Well, I know what's happening with this. But it's such a waste. Oh. All right. Well, we'll have replacement thumb screws for these coming soon to the store. I can't believe that. I'm gonna have to put this. I don't even know where to put this. It needs to be somewhere safe. This is too valuable to just be strewn about. Oh God, I don't know. Oh, I don't want to put it over there. I'll lose it. All right, we're gonna put it in the Leatherman tools drawer. Oh my God, I can't believe that. I guess that means we get to save all of these. No, we don't save all these parts. What are you talking about? Oh, that's the worst. You guys watched me realize it in real time. That is maddening. I wonder if it's in the box. Is that? Do you think that's maybe I'll pull the boxes back out? Because that's like $100. All right. I could email Leatherman, but I don't know if they like me very much. Oops, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Crud. What a costly issue. For me. Probably doesn't matter to anyone else. I could put one back together. Send it in for warranty. But I would never do that. That would be dishonest. Oh, I don't. I understand when I take these apart that I am waving bye-bye to my warranty. I know some of you guys, honestly, and I've heard from Leatherman on some of their AMAs that they're good. Look, I think they're good people, and I think they try to make right by their customers when there's an issue. Okay, I'm not sitting around going, oh, they, you know, if this were you, if this were any normal customer of theirs doing a little mod, doing a little repair, and they realize that's missing, I'm going to tell you not to send it back. But because of my position and the purpose for which these were purchased, I don't feel right sending it in and asking for them to deal with the issue. I may send them an email and ask if they could send me the screw that's missing. I think that's reasonable. But I'm not sure if they'll be able to do that. Sometimes they want to have the tool in order to send that screw out. But I don't really have an excuse for not sending it in other than, sorry, I already took it apart. Where's that screw from? Oh, wait. Where is that screw from? How many have we taken apart? 1, 2, 3. This one's missing one. There it is. Okay. I'm kind of slowly running out of space here, so I apologize. Oh, goodness gracious. Did you see that? It just jumped out at me. That part would be fun to lose. It's the whole tool. Now, when you remove the pliers from one end of these free series, loses a bit of integrity, and then you try and push because the screws are so shallow, and then it just jumps. I don't think it's not skipping, it's just annoying screw head. Let's see, no visible damage. That almost worked better. All right, let's get this. Oh, I'm not done yet, but I'm almost done with you guys, for better or worse, whether you like it or not. Well, whether you are watching live or after the fact, I appreciate you guys joining us. Feel free to come back next Wednesday. We'll be going live either in the morning or afternoon. And we'll be taking apart more tools. I don't know how many we'll have next week. Maybe not this many. But we should have a fair few, as we do every week. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and try and pull them up for next week and answer them in the live. Thanks for watching, guys. Going off air now. If I can find the button. Oh, I forgot how to do this. All right, there it is. See you later.